Hey everybody, thanks for checking out another video by Sealed Solution. Our team sealed this crawl space up. This one was a doozy. This one here had just a significant water problem, huge water problem. And that's the culprit there, foundation vents. They had two of them blowing air into the crawl space. They thought by cross airflow in there, and the more air in there would keep their crawl space dry, when actually that warm, humid North Carolina air, and that's the spot where the second fan was, if you take 98-degree air and humid and sticky, you pass it over 50 to 55-degree ductwork, 72-degree floor, it'll just sweat, and it makes a huge moisture problem. You'll see here how big the moisture problem was. So more humid airflow from the outside is not good for a vented crawl space. You'll see here the insulated door, and then it's also air sealed, just because that increases the energy efficiency of the crawl space. The moisture content of this wood was 36.9 on the joist. Mold starts at 17%. A lot of seal crawls you see between 16 and 20. So 36.9 is unbelievable. So here's where it's just all that sweating of all the AC work and the in the floor happened, and it's just like a rainforest in there, drip, 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 drip constantly. So we'll flick on a switch, which gets the Christmas lights on. I like a well-lit crawl space. So afterwards, it makes it really comfortable for the homeowner to go in to store stuff or to work on stuff. That's what the ductwork used to look like, sitting in 6 inches of water, just rotted away. Now it's nice and dry, new ductwork installed in there, and it's also up on 1.55-inch insulation boards. Another very important thing to do is to seal the sill plate, SILL. That's a little gap that's in between your 2x6 and your foundation blocks, and it's around your whole crawl space. And if you don't seal that up, it's like leaving 2 or 3 vents open. So it drastically reduces the efficiency of a seal crawl if you don't seal the sill plates. That's the foundation vent sealed up. And that's the hardboard insulation on the wall. And that's the AC unit all sealed up. So you can see how now this those runs, the ductwork runs, will last indefinitely, being insulated from the ground. You got to do that. If it's sealed or vented, you have to insulate it from the ground if it's touching the ground. New code says it has to be 12 inches above, but the older homes have their ductwork sitting right on the floor, and they just rot away. You notice, the 3-inch lines there, inspection gap, where homeowners are like, hey, I want more insulation up there. Well, by code, North Carolina, you need those there for the termite inspectors to see if there's a termite trail. Here's our sealed column, air sealed tight. It's code is 12 inches, we're 13 inches. You'll see there on the bottom of the insulation against the wall a 3-inch gap, because the inspectors want a 3-inch gap on the bottom and the top of insulation board insulating a sealed crawl space. Let's crawl to the back of the ductwork up front, because it's highly important to seal the ductwork that's coming into the house. A lot of crawl space companies just say the AC company should have sealed it outside on the unit, but 99% of the time that is, you can see light all through it. So we insulate it up with hardboard insulation, and then we foam seal it airtight. No critters, plus it keeps it highly efficient. This is a rental home, and you're complaining that there's a musty smell down here. The whole crawl space was, the insulation was taken down and then everything was power sprayed, just because the joists look like that. Those black dots are cricket poop. North Carolina Camel crickets eat mold and they poop, and you see up on top of that beam under the insulation tons of cricket poop, and that's all over most vented crawl space homes. So we take down all the insulation, throw it out, and then we power spray with mold remediation solution to make the whole crawl space sanitized. The new tenant of this large home, of the rental home, was complaining in the bathroom there's a musty smell. Well, the crawl space was sopping wet, plus there was 2 basketball-sized holes in the floor, so we sealed up those holes, insulated them, and air sealed them up. Now, the air down there now is 100% superior, but still, we seal it up anyway. Again, those are clean joists, clean floorboards now. Those floors will last indefinitely. If you have hardwood floors on top of those, now there's no problem of cupping and over moistening them. Another problem that this crawlspace had, besides the crawlspace fans, were they had oversized vents, which look good from the outside, but they feed more air into the crawlspace, which passes over the AC, ductwork, unit, and cold floor, and which makes for more sweat. So it was like a rainforest in there again. You'll see down there, that's our critter-proof drain, just in case if there's a leak, a pipe leak down there. You don't want a swimming pool, so we put a critter-proof drain down there to make sure the water has a place to drain out from, just in case if you had a pipe break. The distribution boxes in a vented crawl space home usually is where significant water drips from. That was a before shot, and you see it dripping on the ductwork, which makes the ductwork just rust and keep it moist, and then it just disintegrates. So now all these duct runs have dried out, and they'll last now for a significant amount of time now. If left unsealed, it probably would have just fell off the runs. You'll see that there's our air supply intake. You see the louvers slightly out. There's air blown into the crawl space, enough to give it energy efficiency to keep the crawl space at 72 degrees like the first floor, but not enough to lose the efficiency of the crawl space. You'll see there that ductwork on the bottom is rusted because it was dripping so much with dew from all the moist air being pumped into the crawl space that ductwork was about to fall apart. Now it's dry and good. So yes, a sealed crawl space has 15.8 to 20% energy efficiency. Older your home, the more efficient a sealed crawl is. So that's good, because your ductwork and your AC system now operate in the same temperature environment as your first floor, usually around 72 degrees, instead of like today, 98 degrees. So it doesn't have to work so hard, so it doesn't turn on as much. You save bucks. B is that, why seal up a crawl space with all that mold and cricket poop and snake and mice stuff all throughout it? So we pull all the insulation and power spray with a solution, the entire crawl space, so now your air is superior. Because if you're going to seal it up with all that stuff in there, that's not good. It might not be a problem today, but in 5 or 10 years, if you got kids and grandchildren growing up in this, no studies have been done yet, but I think it's coming. So thank you for sitting through another beautiful sealed crawl space, energy efficient, 15 to 18%, up to 20% efficiency, and superior air quality. Thanks again. Give us a call.